Greetings and salutations everyone, welcome to a little tutorial about Tallbird Fortress set pieces and a favorite of ours, Don't Starve Together. Folks have come to the stream wondering about how Beard and Company made it into a farm and how viable it is. Well, today I would like to tell you all why it's one of the best farms in the game. If you're curious as to how they appear on the map, looking for a condensed set of nests, rocks, and birds will obviously give it away. You can have them appear in almost any area on the map through World Gen, but there is a trend with them appearing near the pet cave, which is actually something I kind of found out just kind of making this video. In the last couple worlds though, Beard has had them consistently in rock biomes and even in the grasslands. If you're one to not really be checking your map all the time, something tells me that if you happen to stumble upon it, you'll know exactly what it is. So, how do we go about clearing all these pesky birds, you ask? Well, there is the old-fashioned way. If you and whoever you're playing with go this route, it is safest to try and aggro only one, maybe two at a time. And remember the kiting pattern with Tallbirds. Bait out the hit, go in and get 2 hits yourself, bait out their hit again, and repeat until the bird is dead zone. Or we can get our big fluffy friend Bearger to help us. Now in order to get the 2 to turn on each other, you may need to corral a few into Bearger's attacks and then the other should follow. Thankfully, Bearger's area of effect smash can aggro and hit several at a time, but be careful not to get caught in that yourself. In the end, Bearger will make quick work of our new Tallbird friends, but he also is going to be looking to eat all your spoils, so be careful there. While you still have Bearger around, using him to clear the many rock formations that are going to be in the fortresses can save you a lot of time and hassle. However, Bearger will likely de-aggro, leaving you running for your life. Getting the fight to focus back on the fluffy giant might not be easy, and you may have to take a beefy hit to do so. And of course, there was nothing to stop you from lending a hand as well. If you find that you have 2 or more on you, try to get their attacks lined up and get yourself in the same kiting pattern as before. Waiting until winter also allows us to use our buddy old pal, Deer Clops. With Clopsy, you'll need to get the Tallbirds into range of his ice attack in order to begin the mob-on-mob violence. And even though Clops won't win any medals in the killing speed event, he will still do just a fine job at doing so. And, as always, lending a hand to our helpful giants is always an option. Depending on whichever method you choose, you still might have to do some more work yourself, as we need to clear all these rocks to begin building our lucrative farm. So, get mining. Note that Clops can also help clear these rocks if he survives. Once you've broken about a half a dozen pickaxes, the fortress should be looking something like this. Now, time to begin the last couple steps before it's up and running. Nab yourself an alchemy and/or science machine. You'll probably be working on the latter depending on when you decide on working on the farm. Head into the refined section of crafting, find the cut stone recipe, and just start crafting till kingdom come. Once you've made a crap ton of cut stone, head on over to the Structures tab, find the stone wall recipe, and go about making another crap ton of those using the cut stone you just made. With all this done, it's time to get building. Around every nest you want to place all those stone walls in order to trap the tall birds when they spawn, but make sure to leave the space for something later. You might find that the proximity of the nests forces you to connect separate buildings, but as long as each pen is blocked from the other, this is not going to be an issue. Now, you can make the pens rather small, but be careful not to do too small as you want the tall bird and yourself to be able to move around in them. Once all the pens are built and nests covered, there is but one final thing to add to make for easy access. Head on back to your alchemy and or science machine, head into the refined section once more, and make yourself some rope and boards. Note that on this occasion you will need more boards than rope. With that finished, head into your Structures tab and find the recipe for wood gates. Obviously, you want to make one for every pen, and once you're ready, just start placing them in the gaps that we left earlier. With all the crafting and building down, now all we have to do is wait. Make note that once killed, tall birds will take 2.5 days to respawn on their nests. All the birds are trapped and we are safe to run around freely, but now is when the farming begins. Grab some armor, add some weapons, and get to work. The kiting pattern remains the same, however, this time you'll be not only fighting one-on-one each time, but able to control from outside all the pens. Quick side note that our pal Chester can be quite helpful here. If you happen to find him out and about, make sure to use the little guy to help transport all the food you'll be getting soon enough. Once you commit Tallbird genocide and the place is secure, it is time to plunder your hard work. My Tallbird's glitched and only one egg was available, but make sure when you do this to have all of them available before you start killing the birds. Soon you'll find that you'll have more meat and eggs than you know what to do with. And remember that you can farm this fortress every 2.5 days throughout every season. One of the best things about the eggs themselves is that in this state, they will never spoil. I can, however, take them and cook them over fire, turning it into a fried Tallbird egg, thus beginning the process of spoilage. So, it is best to keep them in the actual egg form until needed, as you can just eat them in their egg form anyway. Well, there you have it, folks. Beard's Tallbird Fortress farming method. Hope this helped, and I'll see you on stream or in the next video. Take it easy, folks.